What I want for you to do, there are some jumbled
And to build, miss.
to build. Yes. Anyone else? Anyone else?
Miss.
If you notice carefully, you will find the corners of a room that make a right angle. One good example of a right angle is the letter L. The crossroads, too, will sure remind you of right angles. You just need to look around, and you may find hundreds of examples to add on to your list of right angles.
How
The
many
third one,
degrees?
miss.
How many degrees is a right angle?
Miss 120 degrees.
90 degrees.
Moving on, let's rotate our blue ray past 90 degrees. Now this angle formed here, as you can see, is larger than 90 degrees, but less than 180 degrees. This is an obtuse angle. Look at the angles between the blades of a windmill. They lie somewhere between 90 degrees and 180 degrees. Therefore, they are obtuse. The letter K has one obtuse angle here. Find an obtuse angle in the rooftop of a house. These are just a drop in the ocean of obtuse angles that surrounds you. Look around for a good update of examples.
Greater than 90, but less
Greater
than.
than 90, but less than 180.
Miss the boat. Miss the ship, miss.
Up next is another important angle. Let's rotate the ray further. Now, look at the two rays. They're pointing in the opposite directions, making a straight line. The angle formed here is a straight angle. It measures 180 degrees. It is pretty obvious where it gets its name from. A straight angle can be formed by adding two right angles. You'll find a straight angle when you open this fold-in-half table, or this compact hairbrush. This foldable cane has one too.
It's 180 degrees.
Now that we are pretty sure of the four basic angles, the time is just right to get acquainted with two other angles. One is the reflex angle, and the other is the complete or full angle. When the blue ray moves past 180 degrees and lies between 180 and 360 degrees, the angle formed is called a reflex angle. And when the blue ray completes one full rotation, the angle formed measures 360 degrees and is called a full or complete.
All angles that
True.
measure greater than 180 degrees but less than 360 degrees are reflex angles. True or false?
Miss
True.
Falls.
True, miss.
Miss Falls.
Yes, I think
Miss
it's false.
Falls.
Right, let me go back a little.
And lies between 180 and 360 degrees. Complete or full angle. Complete or full angle. When the blue ray moves past 180 degrees and lies between 180 and 360 degrees, the angle formed is called a reflex angle. And when the blue ray completes one full rotation, the angle formed measures 360 degrees and is called a full or complete.
I'm going to ask again.
True, miss. I said true before.
Miss True.
True. True, miss.
All right, let us see.
Complete angle. Before we wrap up, let's quickly whiz through the basic angles that we come across in our everyday life. Acute angles measure between 0 and 90 degrees. Right angles are exactly 90 degrees. Obtuse angles are more than 90 and less than 180 degrees. Straight angles measure 180 degrees. Reflex angles are between 180 and 360 degrees. The angle created by one full rotation measures 360 degrees and is called a complete angle. Transfer some of that knowledge onto a paper, then visit www.tutoringhour.com.
All right, so we're going to talk a little about the different types of angles. How much does a right angle measure? How much does a
90
right
degrees.
angle
Miss,
measure?
90 degrees.
90 degrees.
90 degrees. Good. What about an acute angle?
It's less than 90 degrees.
Miss, less than 90 degrees.
Less than 90. Would an acute angle measure 0? If the
Miss,
angle
more
measures,
than 0 but less than 90.
it
It's more
is
than 0 but less than 90. It's more than 0 but more than 0 degrees but less than 90.
good. So an acute angle measures more than 0 degrees but less than 90. Therefore, for an acute angle, the measurement would range from how much? What would it start?
Miss, from
It's
0.
at 1 degrees. It's at
From
1
one.
degree.
Remember, Samelia, that an acute angle measures more than 0 degrees but less than 90. So if it measures
Miss,
more,
1.
go again.
1 degrees, miss.
Good. So it would start at 1. Leon, please mute your mic. It would measure 1. It would start at 1. What would be the end measurement for an acute angle?
Miss,
Miss, I didn't hear you, Miss. Will you repeat?
So if the starting measurement for an acute angle is 1 degrees, what would be the end? What is the most an acute angle can measure? Think about it. What is the most an acute angle can measure?
Plus 80 degrees.
Miss,
It's 89 degrees.
89 degrees or 80.
Miss, 89 degrees.
89 degrees. Because remember that the acute angle measures more than 0 degrees but less than 90. And the number that comes before 90 is which number?
89.
89.
89. All right. What about a reflex angle? Let us talk about the reflex angle.
Miss?
Yes, Jamelia?
Miss between 100
Wait, Gianna. Jamelia, you were saying something?
89 degrees.
Go again, I didn't hear you.
From there. Move from there. Move from there. Go that side.
We're talking about reflex angle.
Miss?
Yes, Jamelia?
Where are you going?
Miss, a reflex.
Wait, Akeem. Jamilia, while you think about it,
Yes, miss.
I am getting a delay from you. So go ahead and write it in the chat. Write your answer in the chat, Jamilia. Gianna, after Gianna, then we will have Akeem. Go ahead, Gianna. You were saying something. Reflex angle.
Miss, I was saying reflex angles are between 180 and 360 degrees.
Reflex angle measures more than 180